Hello YouTube, this is Waynisha Smith and I am here to do a YouTube review for Grimm Season 5, Episode 18. This episode of Grimm was very much enjoyable. I enjoyed it very much. We got a new creature, although like I said in other videos before, it's really unnecessary to get a new creature for many reasons, and because we have so many other old creatures that we only saw a few times, and then we'll only see them in the background, but we never we can really need to build on our creatures that we already have instead of just getting new creatures and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm here to speak to you about the new episode called the new episode that just aired called Good to the Bone. I'm gonna go to the photos of this episode. Okay, I'm gonna talk about each key point in this episode. Adeline has lied to Nick, and she is going to go see her kid. And when she gets there, the captain knocks her out, and when she wakes back up, he showed her kid. And as we all know, this is a good and a bad thing. Good because Adeline, she finally gets to see her kid after working so hard, worrying day and night whether or not her kid was okay, literally crying about it for ever. And now she finally has her kid in her arms. And it's a bad thing because the captain, he's looking at her like, yeah, you have your kid, but the only way you're going to be able to keep her is by obeying me. And she's holding her kid real tight because she's fearing for the kid's life and her own. And she knows now that the captain has really good leverage and he can almost ask for anything. And he might force her to leave Nick to be with him. So her only two options in my head is either wait for a good opportunity, take your kid and run to Nick, or wait for a good opportunity, take your kid and run to Adrian's wall. That's her only two options. If she stays with the captain, she's going to get turned on. And she won't have any friends. Or maybe she will, who knows. So let's move on to the next thing. We have Eve. And she is just working her butt off. She confronts Rosalie, and she tells Rosalie that you need to be careful. And Rosalie, you threaten her. And she was like, do you have a problem with that? And Rosalie was like, no, I would say the same thing. And then naively, she's like, if I was Juliet. So I don't know if Eve is going back to being Juliet, or if that evil Juliet, or if she's staying as Eve. I really hope she stays as Eve. I don't want Juliet back, the evil one. Unless she's going back to pure good Juliet, I don't want evil Juliet back. I am perfectly fine with Eve. Also, on another front, Wu has finally turned into some creature beast thingy, and we just don't know. I just don't know what he is. He's either a were-human or a werewolf. Also, here's some good news. Hank has finally reconnected with that Vesson girl, that little wild jaguar girl, and I always wanted that. To be honest, I didn't care who Hank got with, as long as he got with somebody. Hank needs some love in his life. He really does. He just can't be sitting there. He just be sitting there all as lonesome. And then they go to dinner, they have a nice time, and it ends there. So anyway, we're going to talk about Nick for a minute. And Nick knows that Adeline is a hexing beast, and I think he's sort of hoping and waiting for Adeline to address this to him, but she never does. But she does reveal some key information about the captain calling. And he tells Adeline, if he calls again, let me know. But as we all know, she didn't. So let me get down to the real meat of this episode. Basically, there's a condor creature who waits till somebody is mortally wounded. Mortally wounded means like they're almost there in death. They're about to die soon. And then he takes them when they're too weak to move and run over their body twice, breaking their bones. Then he literally melts their bones in their body and sucks it out, completing the process of death. Nick and Hank use Monroe as bait, but as we all know, Wu turned into a werewolf or whatever creature he was and attack, and he get passed out, and the man smells this, and he goes finds Wu, and he drags Wu, and he was about to run him over until Nick and Hank shows up in a nick of time to stop it. And that's basically the episode. Until there's one nasty part, and that is his parents eating their own dead son corpse. So that tells me this creature will have children just so the children can feed on the parents in their old age, and it's horrible. So this episode was good. I really enjoyed myself, but it wasn't the bang episode that I was hoping for. But nevertheless, Grimm has stepped up this game. I really enjoyed myself the last 2 episodes, so let's keep it up. For everybody else, enjoy yourself. Have a nice day and bye.